And when Ne Zha first entered, he's like, it's so white. It's so white. It's so white. He said it like 3 times. And then so a lot of Chinese people on Douyin,
Right.
they say, oh, what's so white?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to SNT Chats. These are series where we talk about film, drama, movies that we watch.
Yes.
And today we're going to talk about Ne Zha 2.
Ne Zha 2, yes.
It just came out in America or worldwide, I would say, on February 14th on Valentine's Day. In China, it came out during the New Year's.
The Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year.
Yes, and it was a blast. It was a box office hit.
It's like a top grossing movie in China right now.
Yeah, according to the New York Times, it's 1.2 billion as of February 10th. And I watched it.
How is it?
I have a lot to say.
Oh,
okay.
already.
And you know, if I tend to rumble a lot. If I go off track, just keep me on track. Okay, I just want to say this first. 一言难尽. Like, I feel...
You have no words.
Yeah.
Basically.
I feel so sad for the Chinese people. So I want to praise the Chinese people. They are so talented because of its, the animation, the drawing, the characters, the graphics. Wow, it was really amazing. I'm not a person that usually watch cartoon. I don't even watch anime and stuff like that. But like, I really liked, and the pace of it, the action was really good, music, everything, and that's all done by the people.
Well,
but the story, the plot,
the actual storyline,
yes, is so bad. I honestly, I don't even want people to go watch it because it's so brainwashed. It's so much Chinese
propaganda,
communist
CCP propaganda,
so much.
Oh no.
The simple message is: do not believe in God, do not believe in faith, do not believe in destiny. That is the key point of this. And gods are bad, demons and weird characters are good.
Whoa!
That is the whole story. This literally, the characters in the movie, there's one, I don't remember exactly, but one of the characters is like, 什么神仙？神仙就是不好. So that is like, what God? Gods are all evil. Literally, that's what the character said. And many times in the film, it says that. And the most famous line of Ne Zha, if you guys watch Ne Zha 1, is 我命由我说, 不如天. So it's pretty much saying, my life, my destiny, I say it. I don't listen to the God's destiny. Just the whole storyline is just
messed up
against God's.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's no good.
And also the colors they use, like normally we think of gold, white is good and like sacred, heaven, like that. That's bad. And then the red, dark, evil, that's good. That's the good side. It's just...
You know what you're saying is that I remember one of the video, we said that the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, they can say something that's not good or something that's here into something that's not here. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We're like, the leaf, no, it's not green, it's black.
Yeah, and it just...
That's what they're doing.
And in the beginning, like, of the plot, like... the gods, they do say it's good. They are good. And then the character Ne Zha, he wants to go there to become a god.
Okay.
To cultivate, right?
Okay, yep.
That's kind of the story. And then at the end, they realize, the gods were the ones that did all the evil deeds. And then he's like, I don't want to be a god anymore. I like being a demon. And that brings me to the most important part about this character, Ne Zha. In traditional Chinese folktale, or whatever you call it, fairy tales, he is not demon reincarnation. He is not.
Did the movie say that he was reincarnated into a demon?
Yes, so it's a fairy tale, right? Maybe I should refer to what I search up the actual story is.
Yeah. Share the actual story.
Yeah. So I searched what is the true story of Ne Zha, right? And one of the first article that pops up was an article by Shen Yun Performing Arts.
I heard of them.
Yeah, and I've actually watched them. If you guys haven't, go check them out. I know there's a lot of controversial on them from the New York Times. But like always, even Elon Musk, he says, go to the source.
Go to the source, yep.
And judge for yourself.
Yep.
Because I watch it and, I don't get where New York Times is getting their information from.
For anything, just go to the source and judge it for yourself.
Go check them out yourself. But I do trust what they say about traditional culture.
Okay.
Because that's their mission.
Right.
Their mission is to revive traditional culture. So in the Shenyun article, their title is Ne Zha, the most unusual boy in Chinese mythology. So he was born in his mother's womb, but his mom was pregnant for 3 years. And then the night before his mom gave birth, his mom had a dream. So this is there in the Shang dynasty. So the night before going into labor, his wife, Lady Ying, dreamed he saw a Taoist, an immortal, sweeping his magical whisk across her belly. He asked her to accept the child being conferred upon her and call him Ne Zha.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no demon.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Okay? Ne Zha is a very naughty kid. He's very playful,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say. He got into some fights and destroyed one of the water dragon's son.
Destroyed or killed?
Killed, actually.
Yeah.
He killed one of the dragon's son.
Yeah.
And then so the water dragon, the father, got so upset.
Right.
So he wanted to, punish Ne Zha and reached out to his parents.
Makes sense.
Yes. So what happened at the very end of the story though, because he's so naughty, Taiyi Zhenren took him in, he's a Taoist, took him in as a disciple
He had a master. The master
Yes.
basically took him in.
to tame him and to cultivate him. Yeah, discipline him. Because he killed someone.
Right.
The Jade Emperor came to find his parents.
Ooh, he
Yes.
in trouble.
And this is the most touching part is that to save his parents, his family, Ne Zha killed himself.
Oh.
Yeah. He killed himself, carving up his own flesh and dismembering his bones, returning these to his parents to repayment to the debt of his birth. The Chinese story. He sacrificed his life
Right,
because
for
he
his
didn't.
parents.
Yeah, he didn't want to bring more pain and cause more trouble to his parents. So
Sweet kid.
Yeah. I mean, in the movie, he is also doing that.
But
He actually became friends with the dragon son. So the dragon son didn't die.
okay.
And he's reborn by his master, both of them.
But if he didn't kill the dragon, why did he die in the first place?
Because they were
why
in a
were
really
they reborn?
big battle. And they both got hurt really badly.
Okay, but they didn't die though.
No, they didn't. They kind of died. Kind of. And then his master, Taiyi Zhenren, used a lotus to reform
To revive him from the
revive
dead.
the body. Yeah, I guess their soul didn't die. Just their physical died.
Okay, their physical body died.
Yes, yeah. So he becomes friends with that. Yeah. So the bad guy in this is Shen Gongbao. Yeah, he's the bad one in this. In the beginning, you think he's bad,
Okay.
but at the end, he's not bad. It's just so messed up. Like if I have to talk, it's just so messed up.
Okay, give us a summary of the storyline, and then which point in line is the storyline messed up though?
Okay, so you know how their bodies were broken,
Right.
and then they had to re-sculpture them.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then the dragon, this dragon's son, before he was fully healed, he did something.
Okay.
And then so he couldn't live anymore. The body just kind of demolished, and then so the body went into Ne Zha's body. So he has 2 souls in him. Because they became really good friends, Ne Zha and him.
In the same body, they
Yeah.
became good friends.
No, they were good friends after the battle.
Oh. Okay.
Because they blame all their suffering and hatred of each other on destiny and God.
But you made that choice though.
He was born as a demon.
I get where you're saying that this point is messed up. So basically, what we think, I didn't watch it, right? But what we think is messed up is basically Ne Zha in this story was born as a demon.
Yes.
And he feels like because he was born as a demon, that's why he got in a fight with the dragon.
Yeah, and that's why people really disliked him.
Yeah, but the point is that Ne Zha, he made that choice to fight with the dragon, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Like nobody forced him to.
he has a really bad temper and he is really naughty. The most famous line from the first one and the second one is he's like 我命由我说了算不由天 So my life is I say it.
Right.
So even though I'm a demon, you don't define me as a demon.
Yeah. Okay, so he was born as a demon, and then he got mad at himself because he was born as a demon.
Yes.
And then he listened to the gossip
Yes.
of someone else
Yes.
that made him fight with the dragon. And then his reason to fight with the dragon is because he wants to prove that he's not a demon. That's BS.
He just feel life is really unfair.
That's BS, bro. You made that choice. Like you were listening to the words and the gossip of someone else, and then he took that in and he fought with the demon. That's BS. Like you can't be blaming anyone else but yourself for this.
Yeah, I mean,
That's total BS.
I don't know. It's just okay. So going back to the second one, I think the most messed up part isn't that. That's actually the first part, first movie. The second one is to save his friend, the dragon, and him.
Okay.
He needs to go to Kunlun
A mountain.
Yeah,
mountain.
it's a
Bullet
very
mountain.
sacred mountain where you cultivate and then you become divine.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
And that religion, 禅教.
But it's just a religion in China.
And yeah, it's no demon can enter or can cultivate that religion. But he is a demon.
Right.
So he needs to hide himself. But
Okay.
it's good because his master gives him a pill to eat and he falls asleep. So then the dragon comes out of the dragon
right.
spiritual comes.
Right.
Yeah,
So technically, he is allowed in the mountain. To
Yeah,
practice.
yes. So
Okay.
that he then to become a god, why he goes there is after you pass the 3 tests to be entered into the realm, you can choose a gift from the gods, and one of the gift is able to help his friend the dragon to fix his body again.
Okay.
That's why he's going there to study.
I mean, a side note, I feel like it's Ne Zha's responsibility to fix the dragon in the first place because he's the one who did that.
The whole story plot of how they run the story like twists everything up. You know the Douyin videos that you show me?
Yeah,
About,
yeah.
I saw every single one of them. And it really makes sense. So the palace that he goes to, Kunlun, that mountain, it's a really white place. And when Ne Zha first entered, he's like, it's so white, it's so white, it's so white. He said it like 3 times. And then so a lot of Chinese people on Douyin,
Right.
they say, oh, what's so white?
Yeah.
The White House.
So I saw Ne Zha on Douyin first in regards to how the Chinese people are connecting the hints in Ne Zha to America. And she's
Hidden meanings.
hidden meanings.
Behind-
So
okay,
through the
so
movie, yeah.
the first one is the White House, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one is that the yu, the J that he gets
The
after,
badge.
The badge after
Yeah.
he gets when he passes the test.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a eagle
It's the American government, I think,
seal,
and
and it's symbol, and that's on the passport of
the green card.
The green card, and that the jade is green too.
Yeah.
So that's the second symbol, and then the third one is there's a huge location where the headmaster cultivates dan. What's dan in English?
Like inner energy, you can say.
Yeah, where it's like a huge oven pot where he cultivates those things. And it's shaped like a pentagon.
So what they're linking it is the American Pentagon.
Yes, and there's
Ridiculous.
also one more thing is, so when they realize that the Taoist or the god is evil, but he's like, he offers Ne Zha like, I can save you because he did something to his body.
Okay.
So he's in a lot of pain. And then he takes out this pill. And it looks exactly like COVID, the virus. Oh my gosh, when I saw it, I'm like, wow. And then when he, throws the last battle, when he throws like Ne Zha and all his friends into the big oven, the opening is like a US dollar sign. It just say America's back.
They're basically hinting that the White Palace, the White House, the green card, America, the dollar sign, America, the Pentagon, America, the COVID, America, that we are the bad ones and we are, the evil supermind of this world.
Yeah. I don't know. And it's because, I think they're hinting at the Chinese people as well. 绑贺 the Chinese people. Like, you want to be American. You want to go to America. You want to get a green card.
Yeah.
Like our previous video, like that girl. And, America, you think America's so beautiful and everything. But in reality, no. They're the bad ones. I think that's what they're brainwashing the Chinese people with.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's I'm telling you, Ne Zha, the whole story, the Ne Zha 2, it is pure Chinese CCP propaganda.
Okay, so you have to know that CCP propaganda is very simple, right? What they're trying to say is CCP is good, everything else is bad. Listen to CCP, don't listen to anybody else.
And I think their most evil part is they don't want people to believe in the divine and in gods and believe in, karma, retribution, and all that.
Exactly.
And this is the whole basic of the movie too. At the very end, there's this scene where the final battle, and it's white and gold here, and it's gods, and then it's like black and red with all different kinds of like octopus, like those disgusting like creature looking, like 就妖怪,
like demons.
demons.
Yeah.
And they're the good ones, and these are bad ones.
Nah.
Literally, that scene right there is just flipping black and white of the whole universe of what is good and bad.
No.
So yeah, and I just, after watching it, I'm just like, I feel so bad for the Chinese people.
Yeah.
They're so talented. There's so many talented Chinese people and so creative and everything, but they have to listen to the government and have to put out this kind of message. I hope one day the Chinese people can stand up against the government, because it's just talent wasted to do bad deeds.
Yeah.
That's my final say in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't believe the amount of things that I see on Douyin about just how, America, United States is the evil villains of this world. They're trying to do blah, blah, blah to China. They're trying to take over the world. Like, you wouldn't believe how many videos I see on Douyin about this. Yeah.
Propaganda.
It is propaganda.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this. The most shocking thing I saw online about this movie is by the New York Times. This title that they have is crazy. This title is in Chinese. It's the Chinese version of New York Times.
Okay.
So it's Ne Zha 2打破中国影视票房纪录，中国不再需要好莱坞了。
So basically, what did it say?
Like Ne Zha 2, broke records. China doesn't need Hollywood anymore.
I was like, sure. I mean, if you guys can do it, then go produce some movies then. Nobody's stopping you.
I know. It's not even about that. It's like, why say that? Like, why put people against people?
Yeah.
Like, we're all humans. We're all humanity.
Yeah.
We should help each other
Yeah.
out. This is just putting people against people.
Yeah.
Putting more hatred in this world. That's what it is. I swear that the New York Times is being bought by Chinese people. Why? Because, in this article, there's one thing they also say. They're like, this movie is showing Chinese culture and the love of the Chinese people.
Oh, no.
So most high schools films are by Hollywood, but this is like one of the very few that is not by Hollywood, and it's by the Chinese people.
Yeah.
And it shows the love of its country.
What country? What love?
爱国主义. 爱国主义 is actually love for the Communist Party.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 爱国主义, it's not... Okay, so the word for word meaning is loving your country.
Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with that word.
Right, but what the CCP actually wants is not love for your country, but love for the Communist Party.
And it's like with 中国传统文化 and with love for Chinese traditional culture. But this story is the wrong depiction of the actual story of Ne Zha.
Right.
Which is not the real Chinese culture.
You guys, you remember our last video where we talked about the CCP,
That video?
the Cultural Revolution video, right? Like, go watch it. Like, if you don't want to watch the entire thing, it's okay. Just go to the end part of it, and then you'll see what the CCP has done to its people during Cultural Revolution. It started there, and it's happening now.
Yeah, I just hope, I think more and more Chinese people though actually are waking up, and I'm really waiting for the day where they can stand up for themselves.
You know, this kind of like subconscious messages to our brain, they have studies and it show that it really does something to us.
Yeah, I think the entertainment and arts really define our world's culture
Yeah.
and morality
Yeah.
status. Yeah,
Yeah,
really
so
does.
I mean, that's why they say like you can't be watching everything on the internet. You gotta pick and choose, you know, because your brain will subconsciously understand the messages that they're trying to give you. So basically, I'd say if you want something that's true to what is actually in the history books, watch the older one. If you are to watch the newer one, just take it with a grain of salt, you know, appreciate the graphics, appreciate the art, but maybe when it comes to the meaning behind the movie, think about it yourself, do your own research.
Yeah, because I'm normally not a person that think too much into movies I watch, but recent years it's a different story.
Yeah.
You know, it's really different, and they
yeah.
put so much propaganda in it.
Yeah.
But I hope the entertainment industry world still keeps it pure.
Yeah.
Just purely entertainment.
Yeah. or if nothing helps, just read books, I guess. Right? Be a cat lady.
Okay.
That's it for today. We'll
Okay.
see you next time. Oh, like and subscribe.
Oh yes.
Remember to like and subscribe. We'll
if
see
you
you
like
next
our
time.
channels. Yeah.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.